It's not really, bro. As soon as I mention number 2, you guys are gonna know number 1. But I think you'll be a bit surprised for number 1, and that's all I'm saying. But we saw Fady come in at 3. So now we're gonna see who comes in at 2. And again, maybe a bit controversial, maybe a bit unpredictable, but I'm going to make a bold prediction, a bold conclusion, my opinion, I might add, my opinion. Number 2, coming in at number 2, numero dos, is Slowey. And I know you might be a bit upset with me. You might say, oh, Slowey should be number 1, Slowey should be number 1. And you're perfectly fine with saying that, because I'm not going to argue with anyone, because this is my opinion, as I said multiple times. But Slowey, absolutely unreal player. Puts up countless performances. Your horrible headshot ratio, I might say, for an AWPer. Honestly, get good. Overall, genuinely a great player. Insanely high impact on the server, as it looks like here, 1.51. Absolutely unreal. AWPer, best in the country, hands down. Super aggressive, opening picks, everything you want from an AWPer. Genuinely, overall, a sick player, sick rifle on him, as well as a sick pistol. And I think he's more than welcome to be in the conversation for top 1, top 2. And again, you guys can more than welcome say he's number 1. But I'll put Slowey coming in at 2nd place, just because over the course of the year, he's been the player from ATK who's been putting up the big numbers. Him alongside Fady and Mistim have been putting up genuinely nuts numbers throughout the whole year, in the big games, in the finals, against teams like Goliath Energy. He's been the one who's been constantly putting up the plus 20, 100 plus ADR games. And Slowey, absolutely phenomenal upper. He gets the opening frags for his teams, and I think he does make mistakes that leads to him possibly losing his life a bit too much sometimes. But I think him getting that opening frag and pretty much always been good for 2, and more often than not, I think he's absolutely a phenomenal player. And the demo we're going to look at in particular is going to be coming from this 8K Goliath Game.Cup 1 final, where 8K came in with a map advantage. It was overpass, and you're looking at the score, 30-12. Pretty good game, right? Until he sees T-side. 24-8. He got 24 kills and died 8 times. On T-side overpass. Like, what? Bro, this guy's nuts. But yeah, we're going to be looking at this one, and I think overall, as a player, it's just Slowey, just absolutely unreal aim. As I said, really good rifle on him, insane AWP on him, and he's genuinely a sick player. He's in this round, he's going to be trusted with the P250 and the utility, going to be running into the site last, just going to be shooting heads all around, and we're going to see 24-8 on the T side. On the T side of overpass. I hope we get to see him activate his AWP a lot, because that is the scariest part about Slowey. We speak about Slowey, the first thing that comes to mind is the unreal capability he has on the big green. I think he's an extremely scary player to come up against, and I think he's one of those players where you're coming up against ATK, you're scared about how Slowey's going to activate the AWP. You're scared about how he's going to start the round off sick and start the round off getting an opening frag, pushing outside T red on Nuke, getting aggressive picks on Mirage, except like name a map and he's getting an aggressive pick. Inferno going down Banana, we saw in the ADM demo, he's literally at the bottom of Banana with an AWP, and we see in Overpass, I'm confident we're going to see how he's going to activate this AWP on the T side. He gets 2 on the anti-eco, nothing really to write home about, but he's so good at getting those opening picks, and that's what you want from your AWPer. You want a high-impact AWPer. You want an AWPer that can make a 5v4, or you want an AWPer that when you go down 3v4, he's the one that's going to make an aggressive play, hold an aggressive angle, get map control, and get a couple frags in the meantime. And I think he's got an insane support system around him, and he's an extremely scary player to come up against. And one thing about Slowey as well is he's more than capable on the rifle as well as on the AWP. He's extremely potent on both weapons. I think he's got a good CS IQ about him. I think he can rotate around the map pretty well, and he is overall a pretty sick player. So what 8K are trying to do, they're trying to show like some sort of presence over towards B, and it looks like they're going to try to come back over towards A. and they're going to do exactly that. Slowy initially smoked pretty early. I believe that it was over towards bank, and they're going to be moving up this position while their teammate comes late with the bomb. Slowy is the only one with full HP. Blaze is on 50 and Fady's in the red. So Slowy is going to be the one who's going to have to do the heavy lifting this round. He spots one player towards Truck, and ADM actually takes him out. Sick frag onto Massacre. I think 3 for 88, and he's good for 2. So I'm pretty... Does Blaze win the round? Does he? No, he doesn't. That's unfortunate. Adara wins it out, but I think I've said it multiple times already. Like Slowy, he's just a scary player to play against. And the one drawback he does have on his game is he's known for possibly sticking around a bit too long sometimes. He gets the opening frag and possibly overstays his welcome and loses his team the opening frag. But I think that overlooks the absolute unbelievable ability he has for getting himself in good positions, holding good angles with the AWP, and winning those opening duels. I'm pretty sure if we had all the tournaments throughout the year and you could look at the stats for opening duels won, Slowy would be right up there at the top with highest percentage and stuff like that, and 8K would be right at the top with converting 5v4s, obviously, as they just had an absolute unreal performance throughout this whole year. And it's going to be interesting to see how Slowy chooses to perform overseas, and that's the complete narrative that I'm going to be pushing throughout every 80k player that you see in the video. Is we've got 80k choosing to move overseas, and I think Slowy's going to be one of those players where he has to perform at the top of his game. He absolutely has to perform. He has to play like he has in South Africa to get those opening picks, to be super aggressive and really perform at the top of his game, as I said, to make 80k as scary as they are at home, which is the important thing. When 80k move overseas, they're going to be coming up against better opposition, better setups, more teams that are more in tune with the meta, etc, etc. 1v2 gets one onto Zip, gets the bomb. I'm just going to hold my thought for a bit. It's going to be a Slowy 1v2. Kani's going to peek him from short and win the round. Sick fast flank from Kani there, but I think when they go overseas to NA, they're going to be coming up against better teams that are more in tune with the meta, and ultimately going to have a lot firmer opposition than they do in South Africa. And I think Slowy is definitely one of the names you look at on the 80k roster, and you think this guy has to perform at the top of his game. He honestly does. If 80k stand a chance of taking down the top dogs overseas, of doing the biggest damage, of getting results against big orgs overseas, and I think he's more than capable of doing so. I think he's shown in South Africa he can be super aggressive, and I think he's going to have to fine-tune that when he gets to NA. He's going to have to fine-tune when to be aggressive, when not to, when to take those aggressive peaks, when not to, etc, etc. Sick frag on towards Kani there. And I think he'll be more than capable of doing so, and I think when that does happen, he's got everything he needs to become a top AWPer in the NA region. And I think NA need to be scared of him, because he's the player that can turn a game on its head. He can be the player, whether it's with a rifle or with an AWP, who can have the ability to turn the match in your favor. For 80k, I think he's definitely one of the heavy hitters on the 80k side. He's one of the hitmen. He's one of the X factors who can turn the tide into 80k's favor and really allow them rather to perform at the top of the game overseas and put up good results, as I've said. But yeah, I think Slowy as a player, he's surrounded by insane players, as well, with Mango, Blaze, Mistim, and Fady, and he's still able to perform, still able to put up numbers alongside them, and carry his team to victory. But this is just going to be a B hit. So he's going to hold this flash. This is a nose flash for Monster. Okay, he's actually not going to choose to throw that one. He's going to choose to just throw the one onto the right, which pops behind your teammate when they run out Monster. Smoke towards mid side. Means he can plant the bomb pretty safely. Mask is actually going to get one towards throw, and he's just going to stick the bomb plant. 10 seconds left. 17 points of health. Playing around the smoke. Crosshair placement. Right towards the head of the CT. He gets one into ADM and knows he's just got to stay alive. He knows Masker's on the bomb side. He killed his teammate. The bomb is planted for Evan a little bit. Masker's eventually going to take him out and missed him. Should come in with a clutch. He does so, as easy as you like. Sick stuff. Sick stuff. Yeah, I don't know about Jokes, but I'm not a fan of Overpass. Not even a little bit, in all honesty. I think it's rough to play. I think the way you have to spread your defense is CTs, the way you choose to attack is Ts. I just think it's rough. I'm personally not a fan of it. I think train, I think I just need to do some more research on train and everything will be good. But Overpass is definitely at the bottom of the barrel for me. Definitely towards the bottom. Excuse me. 3v5 though. 80k, what's gone wrong here? What's gone wrong here, brother? Deagle on site. It's a save from Goliath. Can they wrestle it back? Slowy. Catches Zip looking the wrong way and full blind. Oof, get wrecked, unfortunately. Bakani. Maybe put up 24 kills. Look, I don't know how many kills he's at now. Tab doesn't work. I'm pressing tab doesn't work. But I have a feeling he's going to get some sick frags. And I hope he picks up the AWP. So all the stuff I talk about, oh, slow is AWP, you can actually see it for yourself. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, if he doesn't pick up the AWP, we're just going to see that he's super capable with the rifle. So it is what it is, you know? Okay, Zip. It's going to be good for a couple. He's going to come in with the flank, get shot on the side. Couple missed eagle shots. Sick frag. Unlucky. I was ready for a sick frag 2 more times with a deagle. That would have been that would have been content for the least. That would have been content. Absolute content. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a massive fan of this AK. Especially with the gloves. I know the AK is called the hydroponic or something. I'm not sure what the gloves are called. I haven't really caught up with the gloves a lot compared to the other skins, but this AK is a sick AK. Let's see if Slowy can put it to use. Such a small crosshair. I think Nico was the one who made this crosshair not necessarily famous, but Nico was a player who played with this crosshair, and it just shows you have aim if you play with this crosshair. That's all I'm saying. You can put this crosshair to good use. It's small. It's one of those tappy crosshairs, you know. Lining up a headshot smoke. Very sick. If you don't know headshot smoke, you know one now. If you don't know the God Flash for A side rather, you know one now. Sick. Gonna be hitting the bomb site. All 4 80k players trying to push the issue. ADM back side, back dice. Missed him. Gonna get 1. Slowy's gonna get 2, trading out his teammates to good perfection. He's gonna hold the bomb plant. Hold for Zip to aggress through the smoke, which means it's Adara 1v2, and he knows Adara's now on the flank. So he's going to hightail it towards the B bomb site. Big fan of this. He knows he's going to be pushing A. He's got plenty of time to rotate towards B. Can plant for short, or can just plant behind the box, the sandbags rather. And he's going to take the fight. Just look at the confidence on this man. He's going to reposition. Clears out this lower rotate. He'll be good. He's going to flank around towards Monster. He now knows where the player is. Is he going to choose to play this? Is he going to peek before he taps? Okay, he's tapped the bomb. Adara sticks the bomb. Then sick clutch coming out from Slowy. Just internal ticker in his mind. Peeks for it. Laka. As easy as you like. Sick stuff. 5-4. 80k didn't actually have the best start to this game. But, sick flash, Slowy, sick flash. But as I said multiple times, 24-8 for Slowy. 24-8. That's not light work. I mean, Slowy makes it look like light work, but it's not light work. But it is light work at the same time. That's all I'm saying. Yo, Oaks, I've been watching gang TikTok recently. I'll be honest. I've been watching so much TikTok. It's probably unhealthy. But there's just such good content on TikTok. Like, genuinely. Such sick stuff. People are so talented. Saw play come out of lowers. Fady and Doro are going to do the work. Doesn't know where the last player is. Not going short. Maybe they do know the last player short. Maybe they're also the player that they saw. Could have been. Nothing really too much. Nothing too sick happens this round. Saving the AK. Sick. And he doesn't pick up the orb. Bro, slowy. Flash towards middle. Sick. You won't call these flashbangs if you have to, Oaks. Just saying. You won't call the flashbangs if you have to. He knows he's against an eco now, so he's gonna be gun out as much as possible. Sick double frag over towards long. The one thing I hate the most about ecos, especially in pugs, is just people getting caught with knives out when you know you're against an eco. Like, you know you're against an eco, bro. Like, just peek them. Just peek them. But it's really important to stay gun out in ecos as much as possible. Throw the early util, but then just don't be clicking 3 and 1 to switch between your knife and your AK and stuff like that. Don't be caught knife out or util out against an eco, because that's how rounds go from bad to worse, honestly. 5v5 though. Slow in the boys. Going to be pushing towards bottom. Sick opening frag on towards Zip. Just the sick crosshair placement. He knows the first 8 bullets pretty much, of 8 bullets exactly, of the AK spray pretty evenly, pretty nice. Really get that spray down range. Now they're going to be pushing the sights, and he's going to be playing Overwatch, holding flank, making sure he trades his teammates, but he doesn't have to do that to get to the opening frag, and now he's just going to be holding flank. Nothing really to write home about, I assume. Goliath are just going to be saving, gets another frag. And another one. It's a saved AWP, so finally he picks up the AWP, bro. I've been hyping it up the whole time. Now I just want to see some multi-kills. That's a short flash for his teammates to take short. Extremely pivotal bit of real estate for the map of Overpass. But now he's got the AWP. Finally. About time. Now hit some shots. He legs him. He misses. No. Slowy. Okay. Well, ATK know that those two players just got flashed through. Usually that flash is thrown from the default box on B. So he's going to be scoped up. ATK have gone quiet, holding their angles, waiting for this extra aggression, which does eventually come in. Kani gets taken. He's taken out by Doru. So it's 5v2, and again, ATK. Not going to jump the gun. Not gonna rush anything. Slowly see someone swing over towards the right side of Monster. Finally, first off kill. Let's go. About time. There's 2 more rounds and a half, and I've only seen 1 AWP kill from Slowy. Surely he gets an ace, right? Again, I don't know how many kills he's on. I really don't know how many kills he's on. I wish I had counted or something, or tab worked, so I could see if he gets like a sick ace or something. But Dara getting caught to no man's land, slowly punishing the mistake, which is what you need from your AWPer. I think one of the pivotal things from an AWPer is just punishing over aggression from CTs, as well as just punishing their mistakes. If they're jiggle peeking too much, if they're shoulder peeking too much, if they're mispositioning themselves, I think your AWP is probably the player who needs to have the most impact punishing the CT's errors, which I think Slowy does that to a great capability, as we just saw there with what he did to Adaro. So that smoke did come from Toxic. He knows there's an AWPer there, so that's actually quite a bit of information that ATK just got. They know there's a rifler towards short, or at least lower tunnel, something along those lines. They know there's a player there, and they know there's an AWPer on B. So he's going to smoke heaven, which you see him throw the smoke so often this half. He's going to smoke, and he's actually going to throw the nose flash, which blinds the player on the right, and a flash towards the side, which will blind the Toxic player. Massacre's going to get one into Doru. There's the player towards short. The player towards sights is dead, and Slowy's done his job. He's going to just be holding his angles to see where Kani comes from. He knows he's from heaven. Does he just peek it, just out of confidence? No, he's not. Okay, I respect that. He knows it's 1v2. Doesn't need to give up his life. Kani's actually holding the angle, but Mr. wins it out. So, you know, it happens. It happens. He's got the AWP again. Let's go. Last round of the half. I want to see sick frags. This is going to be the time when everyone just runs out and gets like no kills. Okay, first missed AWP shot. Second missed AWP shot. That's rough. He's blind. He's falling. He's going back for more. Still holding this angle. Can he get anything done? Surely he gets some sick frags, right? It's Slowy. Of course he gets sick frags. It's in the contract. It's in the 80k contract. Must get sick frags. Sign here. Puts initials. I'm not slow. Even though they call me Slowy. He did leg the play over towards middle. Late flash comes in. Very vigilant of what sort of aggression can come out, but surely there's some sick frags that come. Fady takes out Adaro. I believe that's towards B. Adaro got killed on B the previous round, so I assume that's where it is, but very slow T side coming out from Slowy, from 8k pretty much as a whole. Not really much to write home about, but I'm hoping you can get some, at least the last frag maybe, hopefully. Sick smoke. Real sick smoke. We learn that smoke, guys. Really cool if you want to plant for short. Really, really sick smoke. Surely we check him. Hit a nuts flick. I promise you the soak's nuts. Even though you've already seen. No. No. Yes. Nice. Let's go, Slowy. Let's go. Ending off the demo strong. Ending it off strong. And yeah, I mean, 24-8 half, mostly done on the rifle, even though I was hyping up his AWP so much. I think his AWP mostly comes alive on the CT side, but I mean, it is what it is. Very, very sick showing from Slowy, and I think, as I said, overall, overseas, he's going to be one of the heavy hitters for 80k. It's going to be extremely exciting what he can do, and what 80k can do as a whole. But, guys, if you didn't know, I'm going to be uploading these two videos at effectively the exact same time. I'll probably do 5 minutes between the two. So if you finish watching this one, the other one's live, number 1 player, be sure to check that out, because you've checked this one out. So I assume because you've checked out number 2, you want to know who's number 1. But, yeah, I mean, overall, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it with someone. Why not? If you have the share button, why not share it with someone? Eat as you like. Give it a young share to the young lighties. But yeah, that's been it for me today, guys. Again, if you haven't seen number 1's video, it will be up at the same time as this one. So this was number 2, Slowy. Check out number 1 to see who number 1 is, if you don't know already. But anyway, that's been it for me today, guys, and catch you on the flip.